Hi, baby. How are you?
Hey, I want to show them all the van.
All right, so hold on. Let's do it.
This is a RoadTrek. It says Agile. And reasons why we picked this vehicle instead of some of the others we saw is because the bed is huge. So we'll show you that. And that's pretty cool. So come on in. This is the inside of our new home. So come check it out. So you walk in, ignore the trash can here. It's not supposed to go there. We have our shoe holder. I bought an orchid. Hopefully I can keep it alive. This seat swivels as well as the driver's side. This really awesome netting for our door. So it's magnetic. It's pretty much a lifesaver to get some fresh air, but no bugs will come in.
A little flip-flop action. So we're going to talk a little bit about the generator in this and why we got it. So the biggest thing is this is fully electric. So we have 800 amps of battery, 200 amps each. That pretty much gives us indefinite power because of the volt start that comes underneath the generator. So there's two generators. There's your standard alternator, and then there's another GPU. So if the batteries run low, right now it's showing like 3.2 volts. So if it gets around 12.5, it'll automatically kick on the GPU, which will then in like 20 minutes charge up the batteries. So you have 4 rounds of that, and then on the 5th one it will kick off, and that's uses about a quarter of a tank of diesel at the time. Controls are right here, so Casey, if you can see, here's 4 batteries. The reset on one resets them all, so there's the reset button. So this is the panel. You can check fresh, gray, black. We've been out here in the desert for 2 days now, completely boondocking, and as you can see, like we're 2/3 full of gray, black 1/3, and fresh, you know, we're at 1/3 of a tank. So it's definitely time for us to go get some water. Battery disconnect, that disconnects all the 12 volts. So all the stuff that's plugged in, we have quite a few plugins, which is really nice. Casey will show you those in a little bit, but those are all 110s. All right, so this is our awning.
Okay.
Gets you about 12 feet, which is great. And 2 legs will come out. I'm not going to put it out for wind. There's no wind control on it, so you do have to watch out if it's overly windy because it will break. But yeah, we've enjoyed it quite a few nights already. The patio lights are great for attracting bugs. So we'll give you more of a tour of an outside, and I'll give it back to Case for the inside.
In such a small place, I was really concerned about the kitchen, storage, counter space to cook, all of that. So this rig actually has a convection microwave, which is super badass. It looks like a normal microwave. However, it has convection setting, grill, and roast. So convection is basically an oven, and then you can cook a whole chicken in there, bake cookies. It can do pretty much anything an oven can do. This is our fridge. It's a decent size for us. We did see rigs with a bigger fridge, but it doesn't really matter for us. Down here we have pretty good storage space. It actually goes back fairly far, and I'm able to put our cleaning stuff and then pots and pans down here. And there's actually some extra room, which I did not think that would ever be a thing in this vehicle. So it's pretty cool. I can actually put more stuff down there. Our pantry. It's not very large. We do have, we can fit peanut butter and a lot of protein powder. RoadTrek did a really good job with storage in the kitchen, actually. So all of these usable drawers, yeah, I thought that they did a good job. And the sink, you go like this. Normal faucet. The nice thing about the sink is that it is fairly deep. So you can fit your plates and bowls in there and close it and leave it for later if you need to. Here's our induction stovetop. I have never used one of these before, so I didn't know you needed special pots and pans for it, so I learned that. Now let's talk about storage. Both Drew and I were really concerned of how we were gonna organize our stuff in a 19.5-foot van, and you know, clothes, shoes, all of it. So before I show you what we did, the reason why we did this is because last year we traveled around the world in our backpacks, and this is how we organize our backpacks. So we decided this is how we're going to organize our van. Bags. So all of these cabinets are filled with bags like this. And they're labeled so we know whose bag it is and what's in it. And so far it's working really well for us actually, because you can just, you know, take it out, do your thing, and put it back. The other cool thing about the storage space that they put up here is that it's continuous. There are no dividers. So we can stuff as many bags as we need to make it work, and there's no space taken up by a divider. So that was really cool. Moving on to the bathroom. So the bathroom was a really big deal to us. We looked at cassette toilets, compost toilets, and we decided on this wet bath. So I'll show you. We have our toilet, and we have black and gray water tanks. And as you can see, I'm able to stand with plenty of headroom.
Casey, how tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
She's 5'4". Okay.
And we have a curtain. And these doors are actually really cool. So instead, you originally saw the doors and they were completely shut. When you take a shower, you can turn it into like a teepee. So it hooks like this. And I have so much more room up here. So that's one of my favorite things about this bathroom. Okay, y'all, that's our bathroom.
So we're completely propaneless, which is super cool. So we use the Aldi diesel system. So this heats both our furnace and our hot water heaters. So I can turn that on high or low and get that thing blasting. Up over here is our thermostat. Hit the menu on, and here I can turn it on 1 or 2. If I put it on 2, Casey and I can heat up, I think it's a 6-gallon hot water heater. So we have 20 gallons black, 20 gallons gray, so 40 in between the two, and then we have 26 gallons of fresh. I'll show you guys how we hook that up here in a second, but I'll turn it back to Casey for the bed.
So these curtains are here to hide the bed. Drew made a really awesome Murphy bed, and he'll show you that in a minute. But I actually put these curtains together. They were just normal, super long curtains, and I sewed them and made them short. So I was really proud of myself. But behind them is the bed. So you unhook the straps and then the bed rolls out, and it's actually pretty easy. Okay, so as you can see, the bed is made. We have the back open, and it's a gorgeous view.
Some peanut butter jelly
all the
time,
peanut butter that we
jelly
have.
time. Okay, cool. So now let's do an outside tour. We already went over the awning. Normally it'll be installed here. It is getting kind of windy, so I'm going to close it soon. But first things, we're going to talk about the gravity fill for the water. So if you decide that you just have freshwater hose that you want to fill up your freshwater tanks, just unplug this thing right here, right in, just like fuel. Good to go. We have a full meta kit right here. Thank you, Mercedes. I thought that was a pretty cool little addition. Real quick, if you want to see the GPU, the second alternator, you actually can right there. So Casey, you go right up under there. You can see it. That's it. So that's the bolt start.
I don't see it. Oh, right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Alright, so let's go around. I'll go over our sewage, water, cable, how that all works. So we are 100% self-contained. Everything comes out, water and black, out of the same hose. So Casey will get down and we'll show you real quick. So this is your hose. It's super nice compared to normal RV hoses. It's super flexible. It's about 10 feet. There's an electric macerator in there that grinds it all up, so you push that button if it gets clogged. Your cable unit if you want to watch TV, and then your fresh water for city hookup is right here. I have a pressure managed valve. Definitely need to wash it out being out here. This is your electric 30 amp hookup. Pretty standard. Let's go over the back, how you get the beautiful view. So first things, the Sprinter doors are awesome. because there's no hinge disconnect button. It's just a latch. So you just push as you get closer and it literally just free releases. Magnet attaches, clicks. And then the rest is kind of mine. Casey and I worked on a lot of this stuff together over time. So we talked about the Murphy bed, and I basically made a canvas strap system out of painter's tarp. So when Casey folds it up in the back, this is how everything rests. And as you can see, yeah, I'll show you how I built it, but these straps basically come down, and this is the bug guard, and I attach these over on this side, and it just stays. So when this comes down, I fold this back for a great view, and then I'll detach and I'll slowly roll it back, and then it all holds. Unzip that, and then this is basically my garage. Behind these 4 bins are Casey's 20 pair of shoes in her bag. But then I have electric hose, my tools and spares, and then these are my straps. We both have our dirty boots, hiking boots back here, and then Casey has her workout shoes, and I have my workout shoes. So both the inverters are in the back here. I found out the volt start doesn't work and the batteries don't charge if the inverters are on in the back. It just means you have constant charge on the battery. So those always have to be in the off position, something I learned. But yeah, Casey, will you show them real quick? Mm-hmm. Here they are. And then there's another one here. And then there's the sub on the other side. And we're gonna go bump some tunes.
So originally we were gonna do a conversion build, but we were on a time crunch. We were gonna start our project called Their Story, which if you follow us on Instagram, you probably know a little bit of what the project is, but we're gonna go travel around the states visiting World War II veterans. So because of COVID, we weren't able to start our project like we anticipated. So that's why we didn't convert, and we love this van. Maybe down the road we will convert, but for right now, we're super pumped about this one.